a scene this is. A veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll ride his man on the option. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. They really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start. And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Breaks the tackle. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football on air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route, and good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll toss it. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. And they'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pocket starts to collapse.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that and pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down coming up. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too.
Racing down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He tries to take the top off. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The offense set for a first down play. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag reach. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
When QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he's sat back there in the pocket a little bit and go make plays, so frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB. He can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up, and get a big play. So hard to defend this game.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they closed to within 10, down 17-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the move. He's there to make the stop. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the two. Pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. The give to the tailback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Line getting set on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the catch and knocked down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Slips away. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice game. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Noles in the hurry-up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to break the plane on second and goal. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They'll run the option. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And this is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Gonna let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So Missouri will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They try to put points on the board right before the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to pass. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. One more snap coming before halftime. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Here comes the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He makes the connection. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Flips it out in the flat.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanky, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. The give to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. On the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. He's back to throw on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Tigers are on the move. Fast motion from the offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll line up for a second down play. They're going to run it. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Now facing a third and long. Wants to go up top. Steps away. Running with power. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Tigers will hustle to the line. The back goes in motion. Goes to the option. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal coming up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touchdown Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now 2nd and 10. Wideout in motion. Dialing up a second down pass play. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the left. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernia Schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's...
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Missouri 31, Florida State 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Noles are in the hurry up. Looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
At the 35, he's open. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. On second down, wants to throw it. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. On the option. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3.
Well, it was a nice play there, handing it off to the fullback, and the defense is lucky. That strong safety came downhill. He made that tackle. If he doesn't make it, who knows, guys? I mean, that might have been a touchdown.
And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David. He's going to let it go. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The expressway is wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Number 83.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
On the option. He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start and commit more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Razor. Alert.
A run for the quarterback. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
What are you doing? My turn. You better. That's the word.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. He'll take it himself. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the field goal unit is on the field. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. That is no good. And despite the missed field goal, guys, there's a bright side. They're still up by 16.
Missouri, 34. Florida State, 18.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You've already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail me coffin.
Give to the fullback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. 2nd down coming up.
On the double.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
Slam.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
Okay, ready.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Set. Hut.
They'll run the option. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the 1st down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.